Let me show you guys a little trick I learned from Marcus Crawford from the Idaho quadcopter. He knows what I'm talking about. That sun sure is bright. Today we're going to try to rectify a problem that we've had with Rose, our DJI Mini 2, for the past several flights. Well, the past couple flights anyway. Maybe, well, just the last flight. The problem has been minimal recently. However, the last test flight that we did with her was horrible. You guys remember this? She's a good, I'd say 15 feet away from that landing pad. That is weird. Having some problems today. Normally, when Rose comes back to home, she will land 2 to 3 feet away from the landing pad. That's her normal approach. Well, this last test that we did, she was 11 feet away, maybe even 15 feet away from where she took off. That's a problem. I got up a little bit early this morning so we could get out to the spot in the cool weather because I got to get out of the truck again to do this test. I really enjoy flying from inside the truck, but this test needs to be duplicated the same way I guess that it was performed last time. All right, guys, well, we're here at our spot and there's nobody here. I love it. I love to be alone. I'm going to get back into position just like I did last time, and we'll get this test started. All right, guys, we arrived. You probably can't see behind me because of the sun, but I'm telling you what, there's a lot of dew on the ground. I'm going to get my feet wet today. So before I go get Rose out of the box, I want to read you, actually, I need to get her out of the box before I read these comments. Well, getting out of the truck, my sunglasses fogged over. I can't see a thing through them right now. I already got my feet wet too. Remember, Kevin, it's a production. Here's Rose's home. There she is in all of her glory. There's Rose. And that is our original drone, Jack. You guys remember Jack? Well, we've definitely put Jack through the ringer. And if you make it to the end of the video, there's going to be a special surprise for you with Jack. Anyway, let me get Rose out of here. I'm going to get her all set up. And then we'll have a little talk. Okay, so this is the deal. A couple of weeks ago when we pitted Rose up against the Phantom 4 Pro, I found this gimbal hood protector in my packet of stuff that I got from the GNU guy when we bought Rose. Well, I thought that it was going to be a great idea to test this out to see if it would work because there's a couple of benefits. It's a hood protector, so instead of having her gimbal out in the open like that, when you put this on, she's got some protection. I also heard that it's for some sort of sunspots or whatever that term is. It's supposed to cope with that as well. But another positive is when you go to put this away, you don't have to take this off to put the gimbal cover on, so it saves you a little bit of time. You guys can also see I got an RID module on top of Rose as well. Well, the only thing that I changed for those flights last time when she had these problems was this hood cover. I think what I need to do though is I need to read these comments to show you guys what brought this to my attention. We got 4 comments from different subscribers here saying that they think that the gimbal cover could be the problem. We got a comment from R. Renegado. I think the Mini 2 didn't like the new gimbal cover. Drone Vision, halfway down his comment, he said, I wonder if those blinders around her gimbal had anything to do with it. Bob White said, perhaps Rose couldn't find the landing pad because she was wearing those blinders around the gimbal. And then Hike and Fly 22 said, maybe try again without the gimbal protection on Rose, see if that's affecting her somehow. Well, then we got a comment from Garden Valley Droner that said, hey, you have a twin brother. He has a channel called 1320 Videos. Do you guys see a resemblance? Christy says that she does not see a resemblance. I personally think it's the beard. I think this is more accurate. All right, let's get back to business. Well, I think it's time to get everything over to the spot, get everything set up, and see if we can duplicate this problem. I still think that hood looks really good on her. I have to make myself a note so when I get back to the truck, I remember to mention something. Good thing I got a pen. All right, let's go get things set up. I'm all packed up and ready to go. Doesn't look like there's been anybody over here for a while. Maybe we were the last ones here. I need to mow this so I don't get my feet so wet. The culvert still looks like it's damaged. Do you guys see our spot over there by my head? I wish you guys had smell-o-vision because it really stinks here. Well, we found Rose's spot. We got things set up, I think, identical to the way it was last time. We're even using the orange side of the landing pad today, so she's not going to get confused. So I'm going to get the drone started up here, and we're going to get this test started. I don't think that I probably should have done this in the truck. I'm going to hit go fly. And there we go. Now last time before we did all these flights, I did the IMU, the gimbal, and the compass calibration, and none of that seemed to help at all. So I'm just going to fly her cold this morning. We've got 8 satellites, so she's not ready to go yet. But I'm going to hit the 3 dots and show you where we are. Going to the About tab. Dang, that was loud, Martha. I want to show you guys what we're using. We're using Fly App version 1.13.8. Does anybody know why the iOS RCN1 drone or controllers don't have the opportunity yet to move up to the 1.13.10 Fly app. I've heard that it's only available for Android devices. I don't think that's fair. Come on, DJI. She now has 13 satellites. I'm going to wait for her to get a few more satellites before we take off, maybe, I don't know, 15 or so. But I'm hoping that she lands here and not over there in the ditch where she landed before, or where she was trying to land. Okay, so we've got 15 satellites. I want to get her started, get her up in the air, and we're going to get this test going. I may do like 3 or 4 different flights with her today. We'll see. Let me turn her around so she can look at the camera. Man, she's going really slow. I guess I got these settings set really slow for the normal setting. Anyway, hi. But look how stable she is right now. She looks really good. She's responding to my controls left and right, up and down, all that stuff, forward, backward. So I think it's time to take off. Let's get her turned around and take off. Get her out to about 500 feet or so. Hit return to home and see what she does. All right, so we're out about 500 feet. I'm just gonna leave her the way that she is because last time she did her 90-degree turn and she returned to home. So let me hit return to home and see what she does. This time she's turning to the right, which is kind of strange. Normally she turns to the left. I'm sure it's got something to do with the setting that I've got messed up. Once she gets up to her return to home height, I'm gonna turn her all the way around because again, she's back to her 90-degree sideways turn. Hopefully I can actually see the screen this time. So you guys see in the camera how clear the screen is now? The other day it was dim as could be. All right, so she's getting pretty close. I'm not touching any of the other controls, and I'm going to point the camera straight down and see where she's at. The gimbal did its little jump there. Where is she?
Landing.
It looks to me like I can't tell where the X is when it comes to the. It looks to me like, where's she going? She's flying back. What in the world? She flew backwards. Did you guys see that? She was coming straight down and now it says that she's 11 feet off. What in the world's going on here? She's not even close to that landing pad. Rose, what's your deal? I'm gonna have to cancel you because I don't want you to land in the dirt. She's slowing down, but I'm not gonna let her land right there. Let me cancel that. Let's see how far away she actually is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
She's still like 9 feet away from the landing point. I'm gonna do this one more time. I'm gonna get her landed and we're gonna take off and we're gonna do it again and see what she does. Look how perfect that landing is. She's directly on the pad now. We've got 18 satellites now, but I wanna, well now we've only got 17. But I wanna get her back up in the air and relocate her home point and take her off for another test with the hood since we've got a couple more satellites. All right, Rose, get up in the air.
Take off.
All right, so we're back out to 500 feet. I'm gonna hit her back one more time with return to home. And the next test, we're gonna take her gimbal cover off and see what she does. All right, so I got a perfect signal too. She's going up to her, see she turned to the left, but she's going up to her height there and she's gonna come back probably sideways. So let me twist her all the way back so she can see us. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I don't need to be moving her, period. Maybe I just need to leave her where she's at. I'll pull the gimbal straight down so she can try to find her home spot. Pull the gimbal straight down. It looks like she's trying to zero in. She's trying to zero in. She's going backwards again, or forward. She's not even close to her landing spot. She's way off that mark. She's back to 11 feet. It says at the bottom, it says 12 feet away. Let me get the GoPro on her so you guys can see where she's at. There we go. That's better. She is way off. Look at this. I'm going to stop her because I, again, don't want her to land in the dirt. But look how far off she is. Rose, you look good, but your performance is horrible.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
This was worse than the last one. All right, one more time. I'm going to get her landed. We're going to take that hood off and see if that fixes the problem. I don't know why that would cause such an issue. But let's get her landed. Whoops, wrong button. Let's get her landed here.
Landing.
All right, there we go. I'm gonna take off your gimbal cover. Will that make you happy? Well, the way that you take this off is just like the other gimbal cover. You pull right here and you just remove it and then it's free. She's way more vulnerable this way because look at her gimbal is just out in the open. Maybe that's how she likes it. I don't know. Well, right now we've got 19 satellites. The last time that she went up in the air, she only had 17. So the satellites could also be an issue, but I'm gonna blame it on this hood if she gets it right. All right, Rose, let's get you up in the air.
Home point updated.
I'm gonna turn your, well, she's kind of drifting a little bit. Did you see that? I'm gonna turn her around a little bit so you guys can see that she's got her gimbal cover off. Look how quick she's coming around. Let me raise you up, Rose. All right, so is she in the camera? Let me lower her down a little bit so she can get into the camera. You guys can see that her gimbal cover's off. She doesn't have it on right now. All right, let's get her back. We'll get her up in the air, and then we will get her out like 500 feet again, make this test fair, and see what she does. Right now she's got 19, oh, she's up to 20 satellites. All right, let's do this. Let's hit return home, see where she lands. She's gonna prove me wrong. She's gonna show that she's gonna land in the same spot she was at before, or at least try. Because I'm never right. We got 26 satellites locked in, so that's a good thing. We'll pull her gimbal down a little bit. The horizon looks like it's off again. I guess I was kind of manipulating her gimbal a little bit there when I probably shouldn't have. But she's coming over. She's almost right over top of us. I'm gonna try to get the GoPro on her so you guys can see her, but I want to pull down the gimbal, but it says that she's one foot away. Is she gonna try to move again? Is she coming straight down? You know what I didn't do? I don't think that I turned her to face us either. In the screen, it looks like she's closer, but she's not moving away from that spot either. It looks like she's sticking it. Okay, I got the GoPro on her now. Where are you gonna land at, Rose? Come on down. I would speed you up, but I don't want to manipulate it. She looks like she's really close this time. I'm not gonna let her land in the dirt, of course. But it looks like she's really close again, or like normal. Look at this. Maybe I will let her land. Yeah, I'm gonna let her land. Smooth landing. This was definitely a better result. Now I'm gonna do one more flight with her just to show that this wasn't a fluke, or maybe to prove that it is a fluke, I don't know. We've only got 23% battery life left, so I need to get her up in the air real quick and get this last run going. Oh, she's at 20%, so she's gonna be like beeping at us here in a minute. There we go. Sorry guys, I know that's annoying. Okay, so we're out about 500 feet. I'm gonna just hit return to home and see where she lands. Personally, I think that she's gonna do what she's supposed to. She did that 90-degree turn again. I guess it's more like a 110-degree turn maybe. She's raising herself up. I'm gonna turn her so she can see us. I'm gonna turn her all the way around facing the home point to see if maybe that's the problem. All right, here she comes. She's coming back fast. I feel like she's coming back faster than she had before. 23 miles an hour. All right, she's right over top of us now. I'm gonna pull the gimbal down and see where she's at. Is she close to the home point? I can't see the screen.
Landing.
Where am I at? I can't see the spot where she is. The screen dimmed on me a little bit, but okay, I think I can see it now. It looks to me like she might be right there again, but she's also not moving away from the home point like she did the first two times. All right, Rose, I've got the GoPro on you again, so you gotta mind your P's and Q's. And it really looks like she's almost on the pad according to the screen here. All right, how close are you for real, Rose? Did we fix your problem? Come on, you can do it. Get on the pad. All 4 feet on the pad. Dude, now that is perfect. That looks like precision landing, even though I know it's not. Well guys, there we have it. I think that that's undeniable proof that this needs to be in the trash. The only question that I have is, can it really be that simple? And for us, the answer is normally no. So I'm just waiting for another problem to come up with Rose. Well, earlier in the video, you guys heard me mention Jack. He was our original DJI Mini 2. And I'm telling you what, back in the day, we put him through his paces. We put Rose through her paces, but we really put Jack through his paces. If you guys want to see a video where we do just that, we went to the beach and we flew in the dark, a mile away from the home point, and we tried to land. If you guys want to see what happened, check out this video right here. Anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Have a great week. God bless. I guess I got to put your gimbal cover back on now.